Hello, my friends. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make an Alma Woodsey Thomas inspired fox picture. So we have our portrait of our fox right here, and we're going to do a background inspired by this popular artist from the 1960s whose name was Alma Woodsey Thomas. Now you'll notice from the background, which is what we're going to start with, is that everything that makes up the sun and the ground and this pond here is not made up of solid lines. It's actually made up of dotted lines. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your paper tall ways like this, and using any color crayon you want, you need to create a sky and a ground. So I'm going to keep mine really simple. I'm going to start right here for my sun, and I'm just going to do a circle to start with, just like this. And then it makes it really easy to go around that circle with my dotted lines to make a nice, pretty sun, just like this. Once I think my sun is big enough, maybe I'll stop right here. I'm going to move in and do my horizon line. That's the line that separates our sky from our ground. So I know exactly where my ground is and where my sky is going to be. So I'm going to use another dotted line to show the edge of my grass. And notice that my dashed lines are kind of close together. You don't want them to be super far apart like this, or else it's not going to look as good. So I'm keeping all of my dashes pretty close together as I can. If you want to add a pond, you can do that. If you want to add flowers, you can do that too. Like here's an example of a flower made out of dashed lines. Grab a red, just like that. And we're just going to pretend like I did my grass all the way down to the bottom of my page, because I want to actually fill up this entire space, but I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so let's pretend my grass goes all the way down to the bottom. Next thing you're going to do is fill up your sky. And that is literally the same thing, but you're using a different color to be your sky, and you are just filling up the sky with these dash lines. Now, if you get bored of one color and you decide that you want to switch up, like I've actually started with kind of a purpley blue, then when I get about halfway up here, I can switch.
Boys and Girls Club with Girls Incorporated is now ready to load. Boys and Girls Club with Girls Incorporated is now ready to load.
Sorry about that, but you go all the way back up. And about halfway, I might choose to switch my color to a blue, or you don't have to choose an actual color. I could choose pink if I wanted to. So once I peel my paper off, my crayon, maybe I might just have to pick a different one. There we go. I'm going to switch. As long as you fill up your background with dashed lines, it doesn't really matter to me what picture you choose. You could do mountains, you could do a pond, you could do a flower garden, or maybe your fox is underground. Maybe it's sleeping in a foxhole. Totally up to you. So again, I'm just going to pretend that I went ahead and did my background all the way up to the top, or I can actually probably finish it off really quick here. I'm even trying to get those little nooks there. Okay, so once you've got your background, it's done. You might just want to write your name on the back of it. Or actually, I would write your name in the corner, so that way people in our art show will know it's you. So now I'm going to move on to my fox. So here is an example of a finished fox, and you're going to start with your orange paper tall ways like this. So you guys are actually going to start with a pencil and then trace with a Sharpie. But just to save us some time, I'm going to start with my Sharpie. So all you're going to do is you're going to go to the top half of your paper, and you're going to want your fox to be at least the size of your hand. So I'm going to start with a big, fat, upside down triangle, almost like I'm making a Dorito. Then I'm going to add two still pretty fat triangles on top. You can even put the little triangles inside for the ears. I like to add a little tuft of hair with 3 lines.
YMCA is now ready to load. YMCA.
You can do whatever kind of eyes you want. You can do an open eye, you can do a shut eye, you can add eyelashes, you could do both and have it winking. You can have both closed like it's sleeping. And then I just color in the tip of my triangle to look like the nose. So mostly triangles so far. Then I'm going to have 2 lines coming down for the body. So I'm going to go halfway up my triangle, and they're going to have 2 lines coming down, down. And then my tail is kind of an oval shape, but it has a little tip here and it curls into my body. So I'm going to start up here with the top of my tail, do my tip, go around town, and have it come up like my tail is tucked around my body. I'm going to do a zigzag line for the tip, and then 2 lines for the arms. And then once you have that, all you're going to do is cut this out and glue it in the middle of your background, just like this, and then you'll be done. So, these are going to go into our Fine Arts Extravaganza on April 27th. So please make sure you do a good job, do your best, and I can't wait to see them. Love you guys. Bye.